Well, hey there, welcome back to Mantic Stringworks. So today we have a Gibson ES-335 on the workbench. This is a 2021 model. Really pretty. Definitely my favorite style of guitars. And it's owned by my friend Dave Williamson, who plays in the Angelique Francis band. And he's left it here for me because he's interested in adding Treble Bleeds circuits to the volume controls for the neck and bridge. And I've already started sort of fooling around in here because these are notoriously hard to work with. If I can get these out of the F-holes, I'm not sure. Even just the knobs were hard to get off. I had to use a puller here. So anyways, I'm going to see if I can't pull that pot out of the F-hole. So I've taken the volume and tone control off here, and they're just laying down there in the cavity. Of course, this is a semi-hollow, so there's a solid block going down the middle, and the wings here are hollow, if you call it. So here's the pot I want. I'd like to be able to pull this out, solder it, and then put them back in, but I've been trying a few ways to get this out of there, and I've done work on 335s before, Gibsons, Epiphones, copies, all kinds, and usually the F-hole is big enough to just sneak it out of there, but this is just not going to work. I've tried a few different ways, contortions, upside down. See if I grab it by the, you can see that it's just too big. No matter how I turn it, it just will not come out. So I think I'm a bit out of luck here, and I don't want to damage all this either. I think I will go after the pickup here, take this off, and see if I can pull this towards this hole here. Okay, well, it moves and there's access, a nice big hole here, of course, but I think I'm going to have to loosen all of the controls here to get this, give enough slack to get this pot close enough. Yeah, it's just sort of here. Okay. Alright, let me jiggle around with this a little bit more. Okay, well, after much consideration, I think I've got no choice but to really just take everything out. So I'll start by loosening like the switch, pulling a bit, loosen this volume pot. Maybe there's enough slack, we'll see. Drop this volume pot down and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think that's actually going to give me any slack to take the switch down, I think. Plug in there. Sure, it's hard to see, but there is like no room for this switch. I have to take off the little knob. Alright, well, I'll keep fooling around here. I'm going to have to do the last pot, I think. Okay, just going to use this puller here. I'm just going to get it under the knob, but I don't want to press down on the body, so I'm going to lift up on it and just sort of use it to help pry it up. There we go. Okay. I gotta say, nothing was too tight on this guitar. A little surprised. Now the nuts are washer, and there's no lock washer on these either. Interesting. So I made a mark on one of the volume because I wanted to make sure I remembered which ones are volumes, which ones are tones. Okay, whoop. Okay, is that going to give me some slack? Oh, yeah, things are moving. Okay. Oh, that's good, actually. Things are moving a lot. Well, here we go. Everything out. And the output jack is the only thing that has a lock washer on it. Interesting, eh? You'd think they'd all have one. So before pulling all this out, I made a mark here. This is my volume. One volume. It's a capacitor, so there's the tone, and this is the other volume right here. And this is the tone, so hopefully I'll get them in the right position. So really what I want to do is really just put that treble bleed capacitor on the volume pot. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so I have these treble bleed circuits right here. So I purchased these treble bleed circuits for humbuckers from NextGen Guitar Parts here in Ottawa, and you can also look them up online. And they provide a diagram here, pretty simple. It goes onto the two lugs of the volume pots, so pretty easy. And they're going to go in the volume pot on the first two lugs. And I'm going to just sort of see how I want to put them on. Probably get them on sort of like that and bend them down out of the way. And I noticed that both the volume pots are not quite the same. This one's got a ton of wires on it, like holy mackerel. So I'm going to have to check and see where I want to go with that. So it's still the same too. Yeah, it's right here. So this one's going to be like that. Anyways, very interesting the way they do this, eh? Okay, well, we've got the treble bleeds on both of the volume pots. So just tuck them in there a bit. And we're going to get all this back in. So this all has to go in reverse order. So output jack. Then we've got the neck. We have to put the neck and neck volume, neck tone in, and the switch goes here, and then we're going to get the bridge volume and tone in like that. So fun and games. So definitely I want to get that lock washer though back on the output jack, just like that. Okay, I'm going to have all the tools out here, so a couple of strange things. This is a tool that'll help position pots inside, and this I just copy right off the StewMac tool, just a bent piece of coat hanger. And then this, another StewMac tool that I just made one. So this is an output jack on one end, and a little eye here to hold in a little nut and washer. And what I can do with that is put that into the output jack, and I'm able to pull it through. So I'm going to run this through the output jack hole, and I can bend that a little bit, and I'll get this in there and then plug it in, and that way I can pull it all the way through. So it might make it a little easier. Wish me luck. So I put a good little bend in this, That should help me get it up where I can grab it. There we go. See, there it is. So if I leave that here, then I can get this fish through, plugged in and pull through. But you know, I'm going to tape this up a little bit before we go any further. Okay, here's the output jack. Let's see if I can get it up through here straight. There we go. Okay. Now it has the lock washer underneath, so that's a good thing. So I'll just tighten it up. I'm going to leave this on here for now, just in case I need to get in there again. Alright, let's get through the other ones. Okay, so using this tool, I've got it in place. Oop, I need to put the indicator. I'll get the washer on there. The nut, I should say. The indicator is sort of the washer. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay, one down. 3 more pots and a switch to go. Okay, I managed to tilt this switch up, get it almost in position. There we go. See if I can just hold it there with my finger for a second. You know, it's going to be easier with this tool. I'm just going to bend it. So you just bend it the way you need it. Get under there. Let's help hold the switch in place for a second. It'll do it for me. Okay, now can I start the thread? Oh, it worked. Okay. I'm just going to hold. Yeah, I don't like the way that is. This is a lot of fussing around. Okay, I got the switch in position, not perfectly placed, but just want to get things out of the way. It's easy to really use all the tools with 335. Okay, everything's in place. Get a little tighten. Sure this is good too. Alright, let's put that pickup back in. Okay, so I got everything installed and nothing worked. And I tested it before putting it in and it worked fine. And then I realized after, now I took it out again, was playing around, and the capacitors, when I installed them, I was pushing them in, I guess, and they were touching the pot. And it was basically just shorting out the pot. So I've just put some shrink tube on these now. And that should isolate it from anything. So hopefully I don't put these all back in again and it doesn't work. But I've tested it, it works fine, so alright. Okay, we got this all wired up. Things seem to be working fine, so let me just get these back on. Okay, we'll give it a test. It's the neck, bridge, both of them. Let's try. Yeah, so, all right, I'm going to string this up, set it up, and it will be done. Okay, well, the setup work is done. We're tuned up. String height, intonation, neck relief, nut action. So the neck relief is right around 9 thousandths at the 7th fret, which is really good. The string height, Gibson spec 5/64, or about 2 mils on the 6th string, and 3/64, about 1.2 mils on the 1st string. That seems to work nicely. The nut action is right around 18 thousandths, which is very nice. I set the pickup heights. I'll move this for you. I set the pickup heights to 1/8 on the bass side, which is about 3.2 mils, and 3/32, or 6/64, which is about 2.4 mils on the treble side. So that's set. Then I did the intonation. So I'm following that sequence. So the intonation turned out really well. So, you know, this guitar is well intonated. I put 9s on it because it had 9s, so it didn't really have to do anything on the bridge, which was good. And so the main reason this guitar was here, of course, was to put these 2 treble bleed capacitors on. So the 2 capacitors get put on the volume knobs, and oh, I just noticed I put volume and tone, I switched them around, the knobs. I'll change that. So the 2 volume knobs get the treble bleed on them, and the idea is that when you're playing and you roll off the volume, you don't lose clarity, if you call it. Your tone doesn't get muddy. So I don't know, you know, Dave, who owns the guitar, will better be able to judge whether that's happening. So we'll see, right? But relatively easy install to do on a guitar with a control cavity on the back. When you get into semi-hollowbody and you're fishing wires and pots and everything, I had to bring it through the pickup here, right? The bridge pickup. So yeah, I mean, it's a little more work, obviously. Plus, when the thing wasn't working for whatever reason, I had to go back and do it again to shrink wrap the capacitors themselves. That was just more work. But anyways, you live and learn, right? So yeah, successful job. Really nice guitar. These are my favorite style of guitars. I really do like them. Sound good. They're versatile. They fit well, you know, when I'm playing them. So anyways, I hope you like it, and let me know if you put a treble bleed on your guitar. I've done that before. All right, take care. We'll see you in the next one.